Alright, hey y'all, it's the Pedantic Skeptic, and I'm back. Um, so, I was away basically all summer for field work, throughout the western US, and we're done with our field work now. Um, Currently sick with a really bad bout of food poisoning, which is weird, because A, I don't eat all that much, B, I've been living on canned and, fucking dehydrated food for the last 3 weeks, and C, I just got back and I've been really sick, but I am going to make a series of videos that I'll probably just go ahead and have scheduled to premiere on the channel. So you'll see a series of videos over the next several days that were all recorded in the same session of me just chilling out here. Probably gonna record some stuff, and then I'm going to go and clean the garage. My energy is kind of coming and going, so I've been doing some tasks and taking a little while to sit down and rest because I have just had some really bad muscle weakness and really bad diarrhea. I'm trying to stay hydrated. It's easier said than done. So, what we're going to do is we're going to have some content made. Alright. Hang on. There's like crap on my microphone. Alright, so one of the things that I wanted to put out there, people sometimes ask me, well, what would you say is the best evidence for evolution? So, here's my take on that. The fact that there, at the species level, are no clear, distinct, defining lines between different species. And what I mean by that is the fact that you have such inconsistency in the behavior of hybrids. Not only are there 8 main barriers to hybridization, but not every organism is affected by all 8 or any of the 8 at all. And you have all these things such as hybrid blend zones, where when species have an overlapping range and they're closely enough related to one another, you end up with this introgression, or these populations or individuals that have characteristics of both species because they're hybrids, and they're not 100% hybrids. They are things that, like, you know, within the moth genus Hyalophora, for example, where Hyalophora cecropia overlaps Hyalophora euryalus, you'll get some individuals where, like, 20% of their DNA comes out of Hyalophora euryalus and the rest is out of Hyalophora cecropia. And that's just numerous generations of, you know, there's a hybrid, and then the next generation of male cecropia comes in and fertilizes that female, blah, blah, blah. Not only do you have these instances where species have in their genome the DNA of other distinctive species, you have these things where there's quite a bit of unpredictability in how things are going to react when hybridized. Sometimes when you hybridize things, the hybrid offspring are sterile. Sometimes only the males are sterile, sometimes only the females are sterile. Sometimes when you cross things one direction, the offspring are sterile, but when you cross them the other direction, so instead of the mother being species A and the father being species B, the mother is species B and the father is species A, you end up with fertile hybrid offspring. The fact that there are instances where even different genera of things can be hybridized together. Sometimes they'll even do it naturally. These are all things that point towards, gradual evolution over the course of many generations from a common unifying ancestor rather than special creation by an all-powerful being, because if you had things that were specially created by an all-powerful being, there would be clearer, more distinctive lines between different species. And I've talked on the channel before about how once you get to the species level, lines really are blurry as to what makes one thing species A and something else species B. And I do want to let people know that, you know, a lot of what people think of when they think of, well, hybridization causes sterility, blah, 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 that is all from a male-centric point of view. When you look at things like insects, plants, which are the majority of eukaryotic life as we know on this planet, we actually see a lot of fuckery within how different genomes can mix and match.